Hello everyone. Today I just wanted to get a special message for each sign. So go ahead and click your timestamp below. We will go ahead and start with Aries. And as always, I will leave my link below if you are interested in booking a reading with me, whether it be a 15-minute that's pre-recorded sent over, a 30-minute or an hour reading. I will leave it in the description box. You can click that and book a reading with me. But we are going to start with Aries. If you want to go to your specific timestamp, I will leave it all below. Okay, hello all my Aries. Let's go ahead and see what your special message is. What is your special message? Okay, be proud of yourself. You are getting last quarter moon in Taurus. It's time for you to be proud of yourself. Believe in yourself, whatever this is that you're asking for. Be proud of yourself, all right? And I feel like you've already done a lot of work, I feel like there's like a lot of work that you have done completely on your own. And sometimes you get really hard on yourself and there's like a spot of disbelief or a spot of like being angry that it's not going faster than you would like, or you haven't met this goal, you haven't done this. Be proud of yourself, Aries, because you have done so much, and I feel like this is like you've done so much alone, and it's time for you to truly believe in yourself, believe that you can do it, believe that you are this capable being, because here you are, you're doing it. It's time to be proud of yourself. If this is where you had a goal or something like that, yeah, things are going to pay off, okay? You've been working really hard and it's time for things to pay off. It's time for things, yes, it's time for things to come forward. We're moving on from the past. It was hard for you, and it's like we're finally moving on from that. It's time for you to see nothing but the success. It's time for you to go calm. This could be where you're moving on from the past. Finally, you've worked really hard to get this reward, or really hard to be able to move forward, and here you are moving forward. I hope all my Aries enjoyed their message. I'm going to go ahead and move on to all of my Tauruses. Hello, all my Tauruses. Let's go ahead and pull a special message for you. What is your special message? All right, Taurus, you get 2. Oh, you get 4. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we were only pulling 1, but all right, so we have Aries coming out, which it is currently Aries season. So it says step into your power. We have Leo coming out, be humble. We have Virgo coming out, which is attending to details. And we have Taurus coming out, okay? And it's your new moon coming out, all right? There's a new start coming forward for you. Let's go ahead and just put this here so that way you can see all the cards. Okay, so right here, it's really time for you to step into your power. And when I say humble, Taurus, I feel like it's like you need to humble yourself in a good way, because I think that you don't realize how amazing you are, or how special you are, or any of that. And it's time to really step into the realization on how powerful you are. I think it's time for you to pay attention to the details that you provide. And I feel like there's like a lot of things where you're very detail oriented, Taurus. And if you're not, it's time to get very detail oriented, because it's like, it's time for you. And you know what's crazy? The Taurus new moon and this humble and know your worth, okay? It's time for you to realize everything you do. With these details coming out, know your worth and pay attention to details. Pay attention to everything you do. Pay attention to everybody that you pour into their glass, every situation that you're filling their glass. Are they filling your glass? Are they giving you that same love and attention that you are providing to them? Okay, Taurus? Because here it is. You need to realize how strong and powerful you are, and the only way to do that is by humbling yourself. And this isn't in a bad way, right? When we hear, like I've been humbled, I've been this, you need to be humbled in a different way. You need to realize how amazing you are and how much you provide. I feel like you are kind of always giving and pouring into other people's glasses and filling their glass, and you're left empty. It's not fair to you anymore. It's time for you to realize your worth, know how valuable you are in order to move forward, okay? Pay attention to everything that you do for other people, because it's time. It's time for you to get that same love that you provide, okay, my Tauruses? I hope you all enjoyed your message. Hello to all of my Geminis. Let's go ahead and pull a special message for all my Geminis and see what your special message is. What is my Gemini's special message? Ooh, okay. So we have full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Keep your heart open. And find balance. Okay, so you have a lot of Libra coming out, okay? So I want to say if you have, a moon or a sun in Libra, or this could be where things are starting to turn around for you in Libra season. And I feel like for you, it's time for you to realize that you are able to move forward. Stop being scared of whatever this is. Keep your heart open to new possibilities. And when I say this, it's time for you to realize that whatever you put your mind to, it's possible, okay? It's like you, Gemini, I feel like hold yourself back because there's fears inside, or you don't believe that this is possible. You don't think that you can make it. You don't think that the path is for you. Maybe there's too many bumps ahead. But look at this path right here. It's a clear path. It's waiting for you. And I think when you... once Libra season comes around, I really feel like this is when it's taking off. You're going to really be working on letting go of your fears. Whatever this is, you have a lot of fears around a certain situation. It's time for you to let go of them. Fears are only creating blockages, and it's time for you to let go of any blockages that are ahead of you. Any bumps in the road are only created by your fears, and I think you're going to start to realize that it's time for you to move forward and move into your happiness, because it's time for that passion and that love to come back to you. It's time for you to find your balance and stop being so... I feel like there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of, heavy energy, and it's time to let that go. We need to open our heart to what we truly want. Instead of putting out there what we don't want, we need to put out what we do want and find the balance, okay? I hope you all enjoyed your messages. All right, hello to all my Cancers. Let's go ahead and get some special messages for all my Cancers. See what comes out for you guys. Ooh, okay. We have Gemini coming through. We have Capricorn coming through. Wow, you have a new moon, a full moon, and then another new moon. Okay, so with these new moons are new starts, right? And new beginnings, and things coming to light, and sometimes it's uncomfortable, okay, Cancer? It's time for you to really think about what you want. It's time to have a reality check about what you want. And I feel like your guides are trying to help you. I feel like there's a big decision that you want to make, or there's some things that you have been asking for. And I feel like for you, Cancers, like it's a new start. It's time for you to have a new start. And I think that you really need to, and if this is in a bad way or a good way, it's time for you to have that reality check of what is it that I want? Where is it that I want to go? What are my goals? Where is the end result? And I think that's what you kind of really need to think through. And you really need to listen to your inner guides, okay? Like your inner guides are trying to lead you somewhere. And with Pisces coming out, I feel like it's time for you to get in touch with your emotions. You're so used to pushing your emotions aside, whether this be for a person or a situation, okay? It's time for you to push that all aside. It's time for you to actually listen to what your heart has to say. And I think I feel like it's this reality check that you are having. It's because like you're so out of tune with your emotions and your intuition, and it's like, listen to me. It's time for you to think about the end result, the bigger picture. And for so long, I feel like you would allow situations, people, and like actions to kind of slide to the side because you don't want to create that chaos. You don't want to create that problem. It's time for you to listen to your heart and go with what your heart has to say. Stop trying to do everything for everybody, every situation. Stop trying to, I feel like you overwork yourself or you do this. Listen to your heart. And if your heart is telling you one thing or another, it's time to listen to that. Stop pushing it aside, okay? I hope all my Cancers enjoyed their message. Hello to all my Leos. Let's get a special message for all of my Leos. Let's see what my Leos get. What's your special message, Leos? All right, so we have Sagittarius coming forward. Okay, we have Capricorn coming forward. Let's see, and then we have Sagittarius coming forward. Okay, I feel during Capricorn season or Sagittarius season, there's going to be some major changes, okay? And I do want to say if you have Capricorn or Sagittarius in your charts, this is even more for you. It's time for you to believe in luck. It's time for you to believe that you are a strong being. You are capable. You are able to make things happen. It's time for you to kind of be kinder to yourself, okay? It's time for you to remember how pure and perfect you are. It's time for you to see the bigger picture. I feel like this is a goal that you've set for yourself and something that you really want to happen. And you need to believe that it's able to happen. You need to be kind to yourself because you can absolutely reach this goal. Stop looking at it from one point of view. Like, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What's the outcome of this goal? What is possible from this goal, okay? I feel like there's something that you've really been asking to happen for you, and it's like you want it to happen, but you're really hard on yourself. You don't think that it's going to happen, and if there is progress, it's slow, and you get hard, and you're like, this isn't for me. Maybe I should change. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should go this direction. Maybe I should do that. No, you need to listen to your heart and keep going through, and you need to be very kind to yourself during this time. It's time for you to believe that this is going to happen. Look at the overall bigger picture and see all the possibilities and opportunities that follow through with this, okay? It's really time for you to believe in yourself, okay? Be proud of yourself. Be happy at the little milestones that you do, okay? We're gonna get to the big milestones here soon, but it's like, believe that it's possible. Stop thinking that it's not possible, okay? You started from here and you might be right here and you're trying to get all the way over there, but you can't get there without crossing this road first. And you're crossing the road. It might not be as fast as you want it to happen, but it's going to happen, okay? I hope all my Leos enjoyed their message. Let's go ahead and get on to my Virgos. Hello to all my Virgos. Let's go ahead and get a special message for all of my Virgos and see what comes through for you guys. All right, so we have Pisces coming forward, which we just had the Pisces season. We have Cancer coming forward, which will be here in a little while. We have a little while for Cancer, but then we have Cancer and Libra. And you know what? I just feel like I need to put one more, and Aquarius coming out. Okay, so for you guys, I really want to say it's time for you to really be in touch with your emotions, okay? I feel sometimes you really push your emotions to the side. You really I feel like it's like you don't express your emotions, okay, Virgo? Or maybe it's like you kind of put up with a lot. It's time for you to kind of feel everything. And if somebody or a situation isn't treating you right, I feel like you kind of voice your opinion a lot. And even though, you have talk less, feel more, take a breath, make time to love yourself and trust the universe. For some reason, Virgo, I feel like there's a major change that's coming forward for you, but you don't believe that it's going to happen, or maybe you want this major change to happen, and it's like, I feel like you put up with things that you shouldn't put up with. There's a lot of negativity or some toxic energy that's around you, and you just kind of put up with it, and you're like, this is kind of what's set here. And when I say like talk more, talk less, feel more. I feel like you put your emotions to the side so much because you're like, I want this situation to happen. I don't want this to happen. Like, I've gone through so many, if this is a relationship, I feel like it's like, you know, relationships have failed in the past. You don't want to fail a relationship. You don't want to move on to a job because like you have been from different jobs, housing situation, whatever this is. I feel like you've kind of been in this situation before, so you're like, you know what, it's fine, like I'm just gonna settle for what I have. Absolutely not. Okay, you are about to make a change, Virgo. It's time for you to make a change, and that change is coming forward. And I just feel like for some reason, I feel like you're already kind of in this energy, but you're really going to be in that energy here soon, where it's like you're going to want change. You're going to want to love yourself. And if somebody's not loving you, if somebody's not providing you this love that you've been asking for, you're kind of going to walk away. If this is like you know, somebody not believing in you, whatever it is, I just feel like there's not that love for yourself. There's not that love that people provide you, a situation provides you. You need somebody to pour into your cup just as much as you pour into theirs. And this goes for everything in your life. It's time for you to respect yourself and know your value, okay? I hope all my Virgos enjoyed their message. All right, hello to all my Libras. Let's go ahead and get a Libra message. What is Libra's special message? Oops, sorry, there we go. All right, we have Capricorn. We have Aries coming forward, which we are currently in Aries season. And we have Libra. All right, and then we have, wow, your own card came out, Libra, and then we have Gemini. Okay, for you, it's time for you, Libra, to kind of realize what you want in life, okay? I feel like you kind of push yourself or kind of like lay yourself flat for a lot of different situations, and it's time for you to understand. Sorry, I had a hiccup. It's time for you to really kind of like give yourself that reality check, okay? It's time for you to realize that you are loved and appreciated, but I feel like it goes like there's certain people around you that appreciate you. There's a lot of people that want you around. There's a lot of people that you know, do value you, but there's also some other people that don't, and it's time for you to have a reality check. I feel like sometimes you get hard on the people that care and want better for you, but then you also get really hard on the, like, you let things slide with other people. And Libra, it's time for you to kind of know that you are appreciated and you are loved. You might be going through a hard time right now, and it's okay. It's time for you to trust the flow of life. It's time for you to believe that anything is possible. If you are single, Libra, there's going to be somebody that comes forward, okay? You don't need a relationship to make you happy. You don't need this to make something happy. Like, I just feel like for some reason, for some of you Libras, you like need to hear that you don't need a relationship in order to have everything together. You don't need to have every piece of the puzzle in order to have like the perfect life, okay? And I feel for you, Libra, like you really need to have a reality check with yourself and know that things will come in its own time. You are loved. You are appreciated. There's some situations that don't love and appreciate you, but it's time for you to understand that everything will come in its own time. Divine timing is perfect. And right now, you're working on yourself. You're working on your own values. And I feel like you're hardworking and you're ready to make a difference for yourself, but I feel like there's like this long list of things, okay? This doesn't have to be a relationship and home and whatever, but I feel like there's like a list of things that you are trying to get done all at once. You need to take it step by step and trust that it'll come in its own time. Know that you are loved, know that you're appreciated, know all of that. And if there's somebody in your life that's not appreciating you, and I really do feel this, where it's like there's some people around you that appreciate you and love you and you're really hard on them, but then there's other people that don't appreciate you and don't love you the way that, like, it's, I feel like it's like you give all of your effort to this person, give all your effort to this situation, but then when it comes back to you, you don't get that back. Okay, Libra, it's time for you to know that who those people are, what situations you need to be pouring into, what situations you need to give back to. Okay, I hope all my Libras enjoyed their message. Hello to all of my Scorpios. Let's go ahead and get all of my Scorpios a special message. Okay, think it through. Then we have reveal what needs to be seen. Know your worth. Okay. Already, Scorpio, you're trying to make a decision for you, and I think that somebody could be, you know, trying to push through any insecurities. If somebody is trying, okay, you've got a couple more out here. Detoxify and go wild. Okay, think this decision through. Whatever this is for you, okay, Scorpio, whatever this is for you, it's time to move forward in the situation, and it's time for you to believe in yourself. And I feel like this would be a situation where it's like you're kind of asking for something to happen, but I feel like there's like other parts to be seen, and I feel like you've kind of really sat down and like seen everything, but I feel like there could be a person or a situation that's like making you feel a little insecure or a little like in disbelief. It's time for you to let go of all of that. Let go of toxic people or toxic situations in your life and move forward. Like, it's time for you to live for you, Scorpio. It's time for you to believe in you, Scorpio. It's time for you to push forward. It's time for you to make this goal happen. And I think that there is somebody or a situation that's very toxic for you, and I think that you want to allow this situation to continue to be in your life, and it's really time to think about this bigger picture. It's time for you to think about what you do deserve and what you're not getting. Okay, it's time for you to go wild and do everything that you have been asking to do. Okay, I hope all of my Scorpios enjoyed their message. Hello to all of my fellow Sagittariuses. Let's go ahead and get a special message for all of my fellow Sagittariuses. Let's see. Maybe I'll pull some extra cards for us. Okay, so we have new moon in Cancer. It's time to relax. Leave the past behind. Lighten up, and let's see, we're gonna get a couple more cards. Okay, we have push through any insecurities. We have find a balance. Work through your feelings, and wow, do I feel that card right now. We have focus on the positive, yep, and then one last one. Let's see, be real. Okay. All right, Sagittariuses, it's time for you to kind of relax and stop holding the past against ourselves, okay? Or I think there's a situation where it's like you've been trying to leave it in the past and you're kind of worried about leaving this in the past, or you're kind of like, here's the insecurity. It's time for you to lighten up and not be so insecure about losing the past, okay? The past is the past for a reason. It's no longer suiting you. It's no longer meant for you. It's time for us to find a balance. It's time for us to work through our feelings. And with that, I feel like it's more of a being able to understand our feelings, find balance. And I don't know if there's like a person or a situation for some of you Sagittariuses where it's like they kind of, this situation or something brings in a lot of insecurities for you. It's time for you to focus on the positives and be real with yourself. I think sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself and you're like, you know, maybe this isn't going to happen. With the positive and be real, I think that you might like be asking for a situation to happen, or you might be asking for something to step forward, but it's not happening because you are focusing on the negative, or you're focusing on what didn't happen. It's time to focus on what you do have and what did happen, and where you can go. Don't put any negativity out there because that only creates blockages, okay? It's time for you, if you are feeling upset, if you are feeling angry, if you are feeling happy, you need to feel all of them and work through your emotions. I think sometimes you get a hard handle on emotions, and I am one for doing so. When I get upset or when I get angry or when I get sad, I shut down, and it doesn't come through as anything else but anger. Happiness comes through obviously as happiness, but like if I'm sad or I'm angry or I'm frustrated, I'm overwhelmed, I will shut down and I will only focus on that, and it's hard for me to get out of that energy. And for you, I really want you to work on working through your emotions, focusing on the positive, being real with yourself. If you know you're having like this insecurity about something and you're already making movement, why would you feel insecure when things are already happening for you? Okay, it's time for you to find a balance. It's time for you to lighten up on yourself. Sometimes you're very hard. Sometimes you expect so much to happen at one time. It's time for you to actually kind of just like let life flow, and it's really hard to not be in control, but that's your message, is like, don't be in control. Let go of insecurities, lighten up, put the past behind you, be positive, and things are going to come forward for you, okay? I hope all my Sagittariuses enjoyed their message. Let's move on to all of my Capricorns. Hello to all my Capricorns. Let's see what your special message is. What is all the Capricorns' special message? What is the message for all of my Capricorns? Let's go ahead, pull some cards for you. Ooh, we had one fly out. Let's go ahead, and then there's another one. So we are in Aries moon now, or we're in Aries season now. So this definitely, if you're seeing this when I posted it, this is timeless, but if you're seeing this when we posted it, it's time to make love for yourself. I feel like sometimes you know what, Capricorn, I feel like you're very high in emotions, okay? You're feeling very high in emotions, and sometimes you, yes, okay. You need to know that you are loved, that you are appreciated. Embrace the flow of life. You get very high in emotions, okay? And you really, I feel for you, it's like you get really high in emotions, and then you start getting angry, and you start getting upset, and it's like you, there's something that you're wanting to happen. There's something that you've been asking for. There's a lot of things I feel going on for you, okay? And it's time for you to realize that you are loved. You need to love yourself, and you need to know that the people around you love you. And sometimes you don't realize that, and it's time for you to trust the flow of life and let go of emotions. Stop trying to control every situation around you. Things happen for a reason, and it might be a battle right now, but I promise you it's going to get better, and you need to trust that it's going to get better. You need to trust that everything happens for a reason, and that there are things that are going to happen for you. There is a positivity that's going to come out of this, and you really need to trust that this is going to happen. You need to trust the flow of life. You need to trust the universe in this. You are very loved, okay? You are very, very loved, and you might not feel it, but you are. And sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and it's time to kind of get a little bit of a reality check on that. And it's like, when you are angry, you need to process it, but not let it come out so anger. If you are frustrated, if you are overwhelmed, we really need to process this instead of just turning the wrong way, okay? It's time for you to really process your emotions and know that you are very loved by the people around you or your spirit guides. You are appreciated, and I feel like you feel very underappreciated, or you feel like you are very... I keep feeling underappreciated, and I want to tell you, you're very appreciated, and you need to trust the flow of life, trust the universe, trust that things are going to work out for you, okay, Capricorn? I hope you all enjoyed your message. Let's go ahead and move on to all of my Aquariuses. Hello to all my Aquariuses. Let's see what your special message is. What is all my Aquariuses' special message? So we have be humble, clear your mind, find a balance. All right, Aquarius, you really, okay. Assess the situation. We're going to pull two more. Leave the past behind. You really need to clear, oh, we have two more. Okay. Trust all will be well, and step up and lead. Okay. You're asking for a change, Aquarius, and it's going to happen for you, but you really need to be real with yourself. You need to clear your mind. You need to accept balance. You need to kind of understand that, like, things are all going to work out. If this is where, you know, you're leaving something behind, you're moving on to a new situation, you're doing this, you're doing that, you really need to clear your mind. You really need to trust the process. You need to know that sometimes when we evolve, things are left in the past. Trust that all is well. You are a leader, and it's time for you to step up and lead. And sometimes it might suck to hear that. And I think that's kind of like why you're like struggling a little bit, because I feel like there's like a lot of tension. It's time for you to kind of like step up and get it together and know that you're a leader. It might be hard, okay? But you need to trust that it's all going to work out. And I feel like through this leading process, it's going to show you something that you've never seen about yourself before, Aquarius. And it's time for you to really clear your mind and not be angry about a situation, but be thankful for the experience. Be thankful for the lesson that is here. I feel like sometimes you get a little worked up about whatever the situation might be. Trust that there's a lesson. Trust that the universe is bringing this to you because there's a lesson, and everything's going to work out. And it wouldn't work out the way that it's supposed to if you didn't step up and lead and be that leader that you were. Okay, Aquarius? I hope you all enjoyed the message. Let's go ahead and move on to all of my Pisces. Hello to all of my Pisces. Let's go ahead and get a special message for you. What is all of my Pisces special message? Sorry if you hear the dogs barking out there. It's not my dogs. I don't know. Somebody must be walking their dogs, or their dogs are on their patio. I'm not sure. Let's go see. What's the special message for all my Pisces? All right, Pisces, you got your own card, okay? Talk less and feel more. I feel like you need to get more in tune with your emotions. I really feel like sometimes I feel like you want something to happen, okay? And you get so hard on certain things in your life or certain situations in your life, and you want something to happen, okay? You need to really open your heart. You have talk less and feel more, and then you have keep your heart open. You really need to get more in touch with your emotions, Pisces. Not to be negative. I don't want to be negative. But Pisces, your message is about opening your heart. It's time for you to, I feel like there's something that you've been asking for, and it's time for you to kind of step up and show, I feel like you kind of expect a certain situation to work out, or you're expecting something. In order for somebody to be able to fill a role or being able to do something, I really feel like you say the things that you want, but then you don't provide that same thought. Like if this is a relationship or if this is a job, it's like you want all of this to happen, but then you kind of wait for it to happen before you open your heart. It's time for you to open your heart. And this could be because you've been burned in the past, but it's time for you to realize that if you don't act on that, then you're the leader here, okay? It's time for you to lead by example and assess the situation. And if you see something happening and you're like, I don't want that to happen, or I don't want this to be there, this shouldn't be here, whatever the case might be, okay? There's something around that. It's time for you to kind of step into that leadership position and understand that it's going to happen for you, but you need to keep an open heart. You need to keep an open mind. You need to kind of feel emotions. And I think that there's been stuff where it's like your emotions have been shut off and you kind of just like expect something to work out the way that it is. If this is a relationship or if this is a job, if this is whatever it is, okay? I really want you to kind of open your heart and be like, how do I show this person? How do I show this situation? How is this going to work out? What can I do to make this happen? And it's time for you to really kind of like get in touch with your emotions and allow spirit and stuff to work through you. Pray for the answer, because it's like it's time for you to step into this bigger role. But in order to do that, it's like you need to really be in touch with your emotions. You really need to be available to new options. You really need to think about some things. There's a lot of things that you want to happen. It's time for you to process them and think about them and ask them to come forward, okay? I hope all my Pisces enjoyed their message. And as always, if anybody is interested in booking a personal with me, you are more than welcome to click in the description box below and book a personal with me.